Gadkari, Honorable Pro-Chancellor of the University, Mr. Ekmatrao Katse, State Minister for Agriculture and Marketing, Government of Maharashtra, Honorable Vice Chancellor of this esteemed university, Professor Ravi Dani, former Vice Chancellors, members of the Executive Council, Academic Council, Board of Studies, faculty, honorable invitees, candidates receiving degrees and honors, distinguished ladies, gentlemen, and students. I hope that covers everybody here. Thank you for the warm welcome. I would also like to thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor, my long-standing colleague and dear friend, Dr. Dani, the faculty of PDKV, and the student body for the invitation to speak with you today, which is indeed a high honor. I am delighted to be here on this occasion of the 30th Convocation of your university, which bears the name of one of the architects of modern agriculture in India, Dr. Deshmukh Foundation for accelerating agriculture progress in your country during the 1950s and early 1960s. He had a strong faith in science and technology as prime movers of change in farmers' fields. In order to highlight the importance of technology, he organized the World Agricultural Fair in 1958. This fair was opened jointly by General Dwight Eisenhower, then President of the United States, and Pandit Nehru, then Prime Minister of India. Indeed, I am delighted to note that this tradition of friendship between the world's two largest democracies has continued to flourish in the decades which followed, and is now stronger than ever before. I would like to start this morning by congratulating you, the students of Punjabrao Deshmukh Agricultural University, for choosing to study and to develop a career in an area so vital to the world's future well-being. I also congratulate the faculty members who have worked hard to impart knowledge, skills, and human values to the graduates through their teaching, research, and mentoring. Today is certainly a historic moment for the university, and especially in the lives of all the students who would be receiving their hard-earned degrees and awards. I have to note that this is my first visit to your magnificent country. As a U.S. diplomat for over 30 years, I have studied India and met a number of Indian ambassadors at my postings with whom I worked closely on issues of mutual interest. I also had the privilege of forming close friendships with many Indians I met throughout Africa, some whose families have been there for generations, while others, such as visiting university faculty in Ethiopia, who are there only for a short term to help African countries with their development. I was always impressed with the entrepreneurial spirit and professional excellence of these Indian expatriates. But nothing could prepare me for the dynamism, energy, and general optimism for the future which exists everywhere in your country and is so apparent that you feel it the instant you get off the airplane. U.S. Ambassador to India, Richard Rahul Verma, has rightly noted how the strengthening of U.S.-India relations in 2015 by President Obama and Prime Minister Modi are yielding important results for both nations. I applaud the Prime Minister's Make in India campaign, as should you, since many of you will benefit from it as you go to work for global corporations who will be investing more and more in India's economy. One obvious area for strengthening our relations further is in higher education, which is an instrument for helping the strategic interests of both our countries in jointly advancing technology, our economies, and our shared values in plural democracy. Today, nearly 100,000 Indian students study in American universities. And in my own institution, Texas Tech, Indian students represent the largest international population among students from over 100 countries. These students advance innovation and research at our universities, as well as teach courses when they become graduate students. Most importantly, when Indian graduates return home, they will make significant contributions to your country's rapid transformation. Collaboration and partnerships between Indian and U.S. higher education institutions are leading to advances in science, business, health, and of course agriculture, while strengthening civil society in both countries. This past year was especially transformative. Currently, there are 30+ working groups and government-to-government dialogues between our two countries that have been established on everything from space cooperation, cybersecurity, global health security, and civil aviation. Bilateral trade between India and the United States is now around $100 billion, rising fivefold in the last decade. And our leaders have set a goal of taking it up to $500 billion in the next few years. One of the key trade-related issues concerns agriculture. We are working together on innovative new technologies to increase yields, enhance productivity, and to strengthen supply chains and storage systems. We are also jointly seeking ways to improve the sustainable use of our land and water resources. And of course, we must continue to address the challenges posed by global climate change. Although these are tough questions, I firmly believe that by investing in agriculture, working together, and harnessing our unique and enormous strengths, the United States and India will soon be able to solve a number of these major problems which currently face all of humanity. But we don't have to go far to cite a shining example of such collaboration. It is indeed very heartening to note that PDKV Akola already has a historic relationship with my university, Texas Tech, which has started bearing fruit. The fact that my esteemed colleague, Dr. Sukant Misra, our Associate Vice Provost for International Programs, and I are here today further endorses the strength of our ties. Dr. Misra, would you like to stand? Right there. And not long ago, a highly talented student of PDKV chose to join Texas Tech. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate her and all of you for having set an illustrious tradition via Deepika Mishra's successful enrichment of both of our institutions. Yea de Picra. Her example is also a glowing tribute to PDKV's potential for global academic excellence. Furthermore, under the auspices of our Memorandum of Understanding, Dr. David Weindorf, Texas Tech's Associate Dean of Agriculture, has twice visited PDKV to share his expertise on the latest technology for rapid soil assessment. His portable X-ray fluorescence spectroscopy and visible near-infrared reflectance spectroscopy, maybe you know what that means, I don't, have demonstrated at the PDKV farm the potential for science and technology to analyze more than 300 soil samples per day. The process can also estimate 21 essential heavy metals elements within a minute's time. Compared to conventional methods, this technique is truly a technological marvel, as it can assess the soil composition and fertility status directly on the farmer's field, which is vital to assess and remedy the imbalanced deficiency of nutrients and eliminate toxic soil elements. We all recognize that many parts of the world are suffering from declines in crop productivity and the health of the soil, from the exploitation of natural resources and mining of nutrients. In this regard, India is a global example of countering this trend by providing each farmer with a soil health card. Your university is significantly contributing to the soil conservancy effort by developing innovative soil evaluation techniques which will revolutionize soil management. I wish you every success in this venture, especially since such measures will provide countless benefits beyond India. Moving forward, I know that my country will expand its collaboration with universities such as yours, given the critical role agriculture will play in meeting global food needs, which are expanding rapidly due to the world's growing population and growing wealth. India was the biggest beneficiary in the world's first green revolution. Now, decades later, it will be one of the greatest contributors to the second. And I suspect some of you will play key roles in this. I am excited for each and every one of you students. What a phenomenal time to be starting a professional career, especially here in India. Economists disagree about most things, but all agree that in this century, the greatest part of the world's economy will belong to India, the United States, and China. And of those three nations, India will become the largest and fastest growing. Your opportunities are unlimited, both here in India and in the larger world. And you have chosen a course of study which will help not only you and your families, but your nation and the entire globe. Believe me, I would much rather be sitting today where you are, full of energy, enthusiasm, determination, and ambition, ready to set off on your next adventure on your road of life. But do have patience with those of us who have been in this world longer than you. An Ethiopian proverb says it well: while the younger walk faster than the old, remember that it is the old who know where the road goes. I wish you every success for the journey you start today. Indian people have played a major role in the development of the world's philosophy science, mathematics, arts, architecture, and astronomy throughout history. These facets of India's culture, developed over thousands of years, have spread through much of the world in a peaceful manner. In ancient times, as well as today, the Indian people have been known for their ingenious mind. Remember that PDKV has prepared you well with a powerful mind full of intellectual capabilities for whichever direction you take from here. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind." Believe in yourself and the power of your mind. You will achieve your goal no matter how many obstacles are thrown in your way.